The whispering woods. In the heart of
1.
Suddenly, she froze, her heart pounding. Who's there? No answer came, but the voice seemed to tug at her very soul. Against her better judgment, she stepped deeper into the forest. English learning point 1. Descriptive vocabulary. Enchanted. Adjective, filled with magic or wonder. Soared, verb, flew high in the sky. Crisp. Adjective, fresh and cool, often used to describe mornings or air. After walking for what felt like hours, Lyra reached a shimmering pool surrounded by ancient trees with silver leaves. In the center of the pool stood a figure cloaked in midnight blue, their face hidden beneath a hood. "You carry the mark of the forgotten magic," the figure said. "Do you not know what it means?" Lyra glanced at her wrist. "No, I've always wondered, but no one could tell me." The figure extended a hand.
"Come."
"There is much to learn, and danger is near. The Shadow King has risen." English learning point 2. Grammar, negative questions. Do you not know what it means? A formal way of asking, don't you know what it means? Negative questions often express surprise or curiosity. Lyra hesitated but felt an inexplicable trust in the mysterious figure.
"Who are you?" she asked.
"I am Eleanor, guardian of the old ways. Time is short, and only you can restore balance to Eldralore." Eleanor led Lyra to a hidden path lined with glowing runes. As they walked, the air grew colder. Shadows flickered around them. "What are those?" Lyra whispered. "Dark spirits," Eleanor said grimly. "They thrive on fear." Lyra clenched her fists. "I'm not afraid."
"Good," Eleanor said.
"Courage is your greatest weapon." English learning point 3. Phrasal verbs and expressions. Felt an inexplicable trust. Trust she couldn't explain. Restore balance. Bring harmony back to a situation. Clenched her fists. Tightened her hands into fists, often out of anger or determination. They arrived at a stone altar covered in moss. Eleanor handed Lyra a gleaming crystal. "Place this on the altar and speak the ancient words." Lyra's voice trembled as she recited the incantation. "Lumen vitae, exaudi me, light of life, hear me." The ground trembled, and a beam of golden light shot into the sky, dispersing the dark spirits. "You did it," Eleanor said proudly. Lyra's heart swelled with newfound confidence. "Is it over?" Eleanor's eyes glinted. "This was only the beginning. But you are ready." English learning point 4. Idioms and expressions. Time is short, a way to say there's little time available. Thrive on fear, to succeed or grow stronger by feeding on fear. Heart swelled, a metaphor for feeling proud or filled with emotion. The golden light faded, leaving the forest in an eerie calm. The silver leaves of the ancient trees shimmered softly, as if whispering their gratitude. Lyra steadied herself, her breath ragged from the surge of magic. "You did well," Eleanor said, lowering their hood to reveal a face lined with wisdom, framed by silver hair. "But remember, light is fleeting if not protected." Lyra frowned. "What happens now?" "The Shadow King knows of your awakening. He will come for you," Eleanor warned. "But there is a way to stop him for good."
"How?"
Eleanor's gaze was solemn. "The Heartstone of Eldralore, hidden in the Valley of Echoes. Only with it can you seal the Shadow King's power forever." English learning point 5. Vocabulary. Eerie, adjective, strange and frightening. Ragged, adjective, rough or uneven, often used to describe breathing after exertion. Fleeting, adjective, lasting for a very short time. As they spoke, a cold wind swept through the forest, carrying with it a chilling voice. "Lyra, I see you." Lyra shivered. "He's here, isn't he?" "Yes," Eleanor confirmed grimly. "We must move." They hurried down the hidden path, shadows twisting around them. Lyra's heart raced, but she refused to give in to fear. "Why me?" she asked as they ran. "Why not someone stronger or more powerful?" "Because power without compassion is hollow," Eleanor said. "You have both heart and strength, even if you don't see it yet." English learning point 6. Grammar, complex sentences. Because power without compassion is hollow. A complex sentence contains a dependent clause because power without compassion, and an independent clause is hollow. They emerged from the forest onto a vast plain bathed in silver moonlight. In the distance, jagged mountains loomed like ancient guardians. The Valley of Echoes lies beyond those peaks, Eleanor said. Lyra took a deep breath. Let's finish this. They trekked through the night, the path growing steeper and colder with each step. When dawn broke, they stood at the edge of a shimmering valley where echoes of the past lingered in the wind. Lyra's gaze sharpened. There, she pointed, spotting a crystal pedestal in the valley's heart. The Heartstone, but as they descended, the ground trembled. From the shadows, a towering figure emerged, the Shadow King, cloaked in darkness, his eyes glowing like embers. You dare defy me? He roared. Lyra's pulse quickened. Stay behind me, Eleanor, she said firmly. You can't face him alone. Eleanor protested. I'm not alone, Lyra said, gripping the crystal Eleanor had given her. I have the light within me. English Learning Point 7. Idioms and phrasal verbs. Gave in to fear, surrendered or yielded to fear. Stay behind me, a protective command. Pulse quickened, a way to describe rising excitement or fear. The Shadow King lunged, but Lyra stood her ground. She raised the crystal, its light intensifying with her courage. Lumen Vitae, exaudi me. The valley lit up with golden brilliance, banishing the shadows. The Shadow King let out a final, furious scream before dissolving into nothingness. Silence fell. Eleanor approached, eyes wide with awe. You did it. Lyra's knees wobbled, but she smiled. It's over. For now, Eleanor said, placing a hand on her shoulder. You are the light-bearer of Eldralore, Lyra. Never forget that. As they stood in the golden dawn, Lyra knew her journey was only beginning. But for the first time, she felt ready to face whatever lay ahead.